Hopefully we are good to go. Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Slime Boss here, and welcome to our preview discussion of Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm joined by my co-host, Hylian Hero. How's it going? Crazy, you're on a Pokemon one, a thingy? What the hell? What are you
I
doing here?
know, I like Paris. What can I say?
And also, Pug isn't gonna buy this game, so that's even crazy.
Damn.
I play all these
What's he
games
got?
with him.
What's he got against Paris?
He's playing Yotoy.
I don't know what that is.
Ghost of Yotoy.
Oh, Yote. Okay, I was like, is that like some Digimon kind of crap? No,
No.
that makes sense.
But I gotta ask before we begin, you played Arceus, right? So you got
I
Legends.
played like 10 hours of
You played it
Arceus.
more
Like
than
I
me.
got to like the beginning of the third area, I believe. And then for some reason, I just didn't like the area, and I think that was when I just decided to stop.
Alright. You played Scarlet and Violet.
Played about 20 hours of that. I think I did like six of like the 8 gyms. Didn't
Okay.
beat it, but came a hell of a lot closer than I thought I was going to.
And you played X and Y.
X and Y was actually the only game I made it to the Elite Four on.
Wow.
It was my first Pokemon game. Could I
So-
tell you anything about the story? Absolutely not.
X and Y is my. If you don't know already, I'm a huge X and Y fan. Mega Evolution is peak fiction, and it feels weird to be using them in 2025, especially in this way. But like my first Pokemon game was technically Ruby emulated. Shh, don't tell Nintendo. My first game that I had owned myself was Soul Silver, and then the first game that I bought myself was X and Y. And so, and with like birthday money or whatever. So that game I intended to play, and I played it all the way through. And shout out Hero Voltzy because I grew up with his Let's Play on that as well. So there's your contact. I did not beat Arceus. I dropped it earlier than you actually. And Scarlet and
That's a
Violet,
shocker.
I started it, dropped it, and then came back to it right as the DLC was coming out and finished it right up until the last free wave of DLC that they had. So,
Right.
for context, when Arceus came out, I still hadn't played Tears of the Kingdom yet. So I wasn't fully engrossed in the
That's
open
crazy.
world. Yeah, so I wasn't fully there, and the same thing with Scarlet and Violet. I had to pick it back up after I played Tears of the Kingdom at that point. So I started to fully understand like where Pokemon is trying to go, because now at first it was Breath of the Wild. Now all of a sudden it's Xenoblade, so I don't know what the hell is going on there. So I think that's more of like, okay, Game Freak has a lot of ideas cooking, and they're just not allowed to execute. Either because they don't have time, or Pokemon Company's not giving them enough resources and money, which I don't know why they're not, because they're the biggest fucking highest grossing franchise in the world. So
I mean, we're already seeing like the development timeline seemingly shift back a year. It seems like they're now getting like 4
They're
years
working
per
on 4
generation now
games!
instead of 3.
4 games right now. Why are you working on 4 games? And you're working on whatever you're working on for Xbox as well.
I don't know. It seems like they're definitely a little too like really spread thin. I don't know why there's so many projects in the works. It's just like we know of like 4 projects right now for like the next 5 years, and literally that's not even counting like DLC.
Yeah. It's
So yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't want to talk anything about the leaks because it's a very sensitive topic, but I think Pokemon's future looks bright if it goes the way it sounds like it's going. And I think Legends ZA is a good first step.
Yeah, I think that's good to know because again, the game is great. Like we're gonna get into it in here in a second, but the game is great. But people are seemingly still complaining about the graphics, and I think this is the best Pokemon's ever looked. I don't know what's going on there,
But that's not necessarily a compliment. It is the best Pokemon.
Hold on.
I still don't think it looks great.
The best Pokemon game before this was Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Again, it looked incredibly clean. I mean, it's boring as shit, but like it still looked really good for what it was.
Right.
So I don't know. Hopefully that's like the one issue they need to fix is just like their maybe their engine that they're using. I don't know. It just
I mean,
it's not terrible. It can look good, but
there was some leaked screenshots from Gen 10. I don't know how far along they are. I don't know if it's just like conceptual, like how they want the game to look. I don't know how it's going to look, but from what I saw, it looks nice. It looks impressive for Pokemon.
which
I
is
still
weird
don't think
because
it's
it
where it
looks like
probably
it's in
should be.
development, and it looks like what Scarlet and Violet should have looked like. So,
Well,
like
I
what they were
mean,
trying to execute and it didn't render properly.
it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that we're about 12, 13 months out from this game. We'll hear about it
Yeah.
end of February. So it's like, we'll know in the next few months. I mean, this is the kind of thing, like, we technically have names for these games unless
Yeah.
they decide to change them. So it's like, it feels pretty set in stone. I don't know how far along those pictures were before they like got leaked, but we'll see. I really do hope that that's what they go for. It seems like they had higher hopes for Legends ZA too graphically, and they kind of had to scale it back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because they just didn't have enough time to develop it, or if they didn't want too much of a difference between the Switch 1 and Switch 2 versions besides like performance.
Oh my god, it runs so much better on Switch 2. I can just say that.
Oh, it runs beautifully on
I have
Switch
both
2.
because I'm a dumbass.
Did you actually buy both versions?
You don't believe me. Ignore that.
You totally bought both versions.
Okay, here's this.
Did you sell it back already? Oh my god.
Here's the Switch 2 version. Just gonna ignore what I picked up off the ground, you know.
So I'm assuming you're also going to be spending the $250 on the Kirby amiibo?
No, I'm not even getting it.
I'm going to spend $130 on the same game twice.
It was actually 160.
They're not even like different. They're not even different versions.
That's why it was 169.
Oh my god.
No, so they're only because I want to get them physically. That's the only reason. I never ever play the second version ever. Usually, what is good is that they actually when they incentivize you to buy both versions because they give you extra stuff. They give you like more Pokeballs or a new costume, an outfit or whatever.
There's not even an exclusive Pokemon because it's the same game.
I'm talking about the version exclusive, the ones that do have two different versions. They incentivize
Well,
you
yeah,
to buy both.
that makes sense. I mean, it works for me and my partner because he'll get one version, I'll play the other. So
Yeah.
it's a win-win. So it's like we have both for Scarlet and Violet. We luckily, this is before we met, we picked different versions for Sword and Shield. So that was nice. But yeah, no, but I'm like, even before that, I was like, I don't need both versions.
I don't, but physically, collection-wise, they really screwed me over. Because now I want to buy Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as well. Because I already bought Kirby.
See, I'm gonna call myself out of it. I haven't bought any of the Switch 2 editions physically yet. I might if they go on sale down the road, but not.
What did you get for ZA? That should have been like the day one purchase instead.
Okay, I don't count that as a Switch 2. I know it is technically, yes. I don't know. I mean, like the extra DLC for games like Zelda's, Kirby, Super Mario Wonder in the future.
Zelda's is free, so there's a difference there if you have NSO. So
I still bought the $10 upgrades digitally.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I can get them. But
that's
free is
fair.
good too. Anyway, I guess we should just talk about. I mean, I guess we're kind of talking about version differences now. Again, it's like people are complaining about the performance. That's because 90% of the people playing this game are still playing it on Switch 1, and the very small 10 to 15% are playing on Switch 2.
Just earlier this evening, a press release went out saying in its first week it sold 5.8 million, and it was pretty cut down the middle by version. It seems like a bit more people did buy the Switch 1 version, but it seems like roughly half bought the Switch 2. I'm assuming it's a little bit under.
Well, it could be that they bought the Switch 2 version in anticipation for buying a Switch 2 later down the road because it still works as a Switch 1 game as well.
Well,
because people might be confused.
In Japan last week, they sold 200,000 Switch 2s just for Pokemon alone. They've only been selling about 40,000 a week just because of scarcity. But yeah, no, 200,000.
Scarcity? Where?
In Japan, no, there's
Oh,
literally
in
still
Japan?
lottos. You gotta remember they have the exclusive Japanese version that they released that's
Oh,
region locked. That's I think a good bit cheaper than
right.
what we have to pay for. And I mean,
I can go to
with
Walmart right
how
now and
well
there's like 10 in there. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just with our market conditions, everything going on in the world, everything's expensive. With
yeah,
Japan, though, I think they have a version that's like $60 or $70 equivalent yen less than what we have to pay. So
yeah.
it's selling out like crazy there.
All right. Well, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with this whole graphics debacle because again, I don't know how it runs on Switch One. I'm assuming it runs like garbage, or at least some of the clips that I've seen are
It
is
it
almost
just
on
yeah.
par with Scarlet and Violet. But like with Scarlet and Violet, like that was justified because I played the game, I've seen the game, it looks like shit. I agree, but I didn't. I ran into like maybe one glitch with the camera that whole time, and then with ZA, I'm like, I don't see it. I don't know what game you're playing, but it has to be a different game because I see beautiful texture work, like in again comparing it to Scarlet and Violet, which is the worst game visually. Like this game is a lot smaller in scale, a lot smaller in scope, and I enjoy it for that, which we'll get into gameplay wise. But like graphically, they were able to touch up a lot of like. Again, maybe people are just like, oh, these are so monotonous because you're just in the city the whole time. That's fine because it's a smaller scale, but that could just be me.
I will be completely honest. I think my expectations for performance in Pokemon games have gotten so low that when we got off the train and like got like first control of our character, I was in shock by how smooth the running animation was.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But
yeah, I guess we can get into animations too. Like this game is like way more animated than even Scarlet and Violet was. Like side characters on the street are doing way more than you would expect them to do, and obviously they have the weird, awkward, no voice acting cutscenes, but like they're beautiful. Like
that's I think my biggest issue with the game right now is they have these gorgeous looking cutscenes and they're just not voice acted. Like it feels like something's missing. Like it
yeah,
feels like you just don't have that audio file in the game, but it should be there.
yeah, it's super. I don't. Again, I think it's a budget thing. Voice actors are asking for a pretty penny now, especially with the whole
Oh yeah.
all the stuff right now, and I just Game Freak doesn't have the money to spend because
Oh, Game Freak has the money to spend.
no,
Game Freak doesn't
no.
want to spend them.
TPCI
You're
isn't
right.
giving them the
You're right.
budget to spend on the voice acting, and so it's
Which is so
allocated
funny
just to
'cause
gameplay.
I think it came out like I think Kit and Krista made like an estimation that like they only had to sell like 200 like 2 million or 2 million copies like in total forever to like make a profit, and they've already almost done that 3 times over in the first week.
Yep.
I'm like, why aren't we giving this series more of a budget? Like they
I
can.
don't know. It's weird because they have like so much money that they could just do whatever they want with it. But even like their events are just like the Pokemon Worlds. Like this is the first time I saw them like have like Nate Wants to Battle and Cam Steady, and it's like they could be doing so much more, and they just don't. Like I don't know
It's
if
like
anyone's been to a Worlds event, but like they just seem so the bare minimum.
It's like they forget that they're the biggest entertainment IP in the world. Like they really only are rivaled by Mickey Mouse and Disney at this point.
And
Like
Google.
they are. That's not
No,
an
I did
entertainment.
not say
Like,
hey Google.
they're listening. But yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
But
No,
like
I
it's
know
it's
exactly
just
what you mean.
cheap all across the board, and I don't know if that's just like a in the background thing, but like everyone at TPCI seems to be the OG heads. Like they're not like the bankers at Nintendo that we all hate. It's still Masuda. Masuda, yeah. Is that it's Masuda and
Masuda, Ishihara.
yeah, and then who's the one that we all like because he actually makes good games? He's the one that directed Platinum and. He's a different name because he's apparently in the Terra League too. It says Masuda's banned from directing Pokemon games now.
Yeah, I read that and I'm like, you know what? But those games were so good.
I know, but again, the old heads are still there. So like, is it really a sense of just stinginess, or is it a sense of like they don't know how much money they need? Like, do we need a
I
$300 million Pokemon game? What does that look like? Like,
we definitely don't need a $300 like $300 million Pokemon game. Absolutely not. But I think they said the budget for Gen 10 was like 13 or something million.
yeah, it was.
And I'm like,
I think it was like less or on par with
and I'm like,
Arceus.
they're gonna make that money back probably opening 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like when the game goes on sale, like, come on, we can like at least double that budget. Like they make it like the Japanese developers make it very clear that they can do a lot with not as much money as like Microsoft and EA spend. They don't need like $100 million on a game. Nintendo proves that constantly.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I can't think of a single Nintendo-made Switch game besides like 1-2 Switch and crap like that that looks worse than Pokemon. And Pokemon is massive.
Yeah. Pokemon is like the only game that's like, what happened? Because it's like, it kind of started with Sun and Moon because they started having more performance issues, and I think because they overshot the new 3DS a little bit. But like after that, like, Let's Go was okay. And it started with Sword and Shield again, where the graphics just like tip, and it was like, the hell is going on?
And the thing was, I gave Sword and Shield a lot of like just benefit of the doubt because I'm like, okay, if this is their first really big console Pokemon game,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Let's cut them some slack. And then I feel like they tried to really push it with Scarlet and Violet, but also didn't give it the time and probably the budget.
Oh no,
to
but
make
they also
it...
pivoted a lot. Like, Scarlet and Violet gameplay-wise is the farthest from anything in the series until
Which
now.
is fine. Like I'm happy they're evolving the series. I really like the way they went with it. The problem was it ran like crap, and it looked like crap.
Yeah.
Like if it ran well and looked like crap, that'd be one thing. But it was both.
Yeah. It's so strange. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah.
Like this is I don't want to diss my own franchise here, but with how little each game sells, this is the kind of like crap that I expect like something like Fire Emblem or Pikmin to have to deal with, not Pokemon.
Pikmin just got a free update, didn't it?
Well, not yet, but it's about to. That's a whole other thing. Like, okay, where's the Switch 2 edition on that one? I'm like, you guys are clearly
There's
working
not even
on it.
it's not even a visual upgrade, not even for Switch 2, so it's weird.
This isn't a Pokemon. I mean, this isn't a Pikmin discussion. But you know, I feel like they're working on a Switch 2 edition, and these little free updates are like, ooh, hey, we can put this on the Switch without breaking the game. But we'll see.
All right. Next up, I want to talk about the music because, oh my god, the soundtrack might be really limited, but like, it is fucking amazing. Crazy thing, I'm pretty sure the entire thing is composed by Insane in the Rain music from YouTube, of all places. The guy that does Pokemon covers on the goddamn saxophone. Like,
If it is, good for them.
it is absolutely amazing because, again, I love X and Y, so hearing the remixes of Lumio City and the battle music and the wild battle music, it's just it's
so nice.
immaculate. It's so good, so good.
It's so good. You know, I mean, I haven't really gotten too far into it. I haven't played nearly as much as I want to. I'm hoping to get to play more in the coming days. I've been busy finishing Silk Song, at least Act 2. I've been doing other stuff.
Doing
And I'm
your
like,
$20
okay, well,
game.
hey, my $20 game, I've got 30 hours into it. And technically, I have another act if I want to go back and like try to get everything to unlock it, but I'm still deciding that. But I'm like, I got Warriors in 2 weeks. So I kind of got to get it in gear with Pokemon.
Yeah. All right, well, I also want to touch on the gameplay loop because I think this is probably the best part about it, because one of the things that I thought was going to happen was, like, this is just Lumios, like, how are they going to fit, like, a 20-30 hour game into the... And it is pretty jam-packed with stuff to do. You start off the gameplay loop starts off with you train a little bit with the wild zones, and then you go into the ZA Royale, and you get your promotion mat. But as time goes on, it just keeps getting filled up and filled up and filled up, and your time gets spent exploring this open world that is incredibly limited in scope, which is honestly mind-blowing to me, because you'll get more and more wild zones as the time goes on. Then alpha Pokemon become introduced, Then I'm currently working on getting all of the colored screws, which are basically um, Korok seeds of this game, or the unknowns of Arceus, and they provide actually upgrades that are like almost necessary. So once you get to that point, get as many as you can, because
You got it.
they're almost necessary, because you won't be able to catch Ultra Balls. Do the same as a Pokeball, so you need those upgrades. So that's
Gotcha.
fun to just kind of explore around the world and do that. And I'm still, even once the game opened up to me and Tawny was like stopped yelling at me like Professor Egad, I went around the world just to find all the warp spots, just because, and that's what I did with Tears of the Kingdom too. I did all the towers first, so I went around finding all the warp spots just to see, and there were still places that I had yet explored um, halfway through the game. That, again, tiny ass city, right? And there was still
Yeah.
new locations, and locations change as well. Like, this is not really a spoiler, but you get to Wild Zone 12, and you can explore that area before it's a Wild Zone, and it's like everything else in the city. You go there when Wild Zone 12 is activated, it's a snow area all of a sudden.
Oh,
Yeah. So
interesting.
I was like, okay. So it keeps you engaged, it keeps you going. So I'm enjoying that. Have you played enough to like understand or enjoy the battle system? You're not gonna
I mean,
like what I have to say.
I've gotten a few encounters with it. I personally, from what I've seen, I feel like it's really good. I don't know if it's something I'd want to see in the mainline games, but I do like the change of formula. It does. I think you either mentioned this before we started recording or during. I can't remember. It kind of feels a little bit more Xenoblade like esque, and I really love that as a big fan of that series.
What's
But yeah,
cool
no,
too
I
is
like it.
this is definitely a sequel to Legends as well, because again, this is definitely a Legends game, I should say.
I was
You
gonna say
have
this is a Legend sequel.
no, I know, that's what I'm saying. It is like a lot of people are like, oh, this is weird because it's not really like the Legend of Kalos, right? It's set 5 years later, actually. Um,
Yeah,
so it has like obviously the open world elements. It has the alpha Pokemon, and then basically the rogue megas are essentially the Titans, right? So it has all those elements still in there, but it's still a good evolution of that as well, of that gameplay style. And so I think this is going to be the standard for what Legends is, and it does. Obviously this series allows Game Freak to experiment a lot more, but I think this is going to be the standard going forward, because that's the one thing that was like holding Arceus behind, was not the exploration, was the battle system. It was still locked in the traditional turn-based battle system. So now that they've kind of removed themselves from that, it's now, okay, like, what can we do with this battle system now, and how they're going to evolve that formula. I don't know. I really hope Megas do return for mainline games. I hope this isn't the last that we see it, because I'm so tired of new gimmicks. But I wanted to... I don't like the battle system. All that to just say,
it's
I
not
don't
your
like the
not
battle.
your cup of tea.
It is, again, a great conceptually. I'm enjoying my time with it, but like I'm not really getting it, because I still find myself just putting all power moves on my 4 face buttons and just spamming. Like, if it's super effective, I prioritize those. I'm not really doing anything like what they want me to. And then I find myself struggling once I get to the Titan battles, because I get there and they want you to dodge with your character and like position your Pokemon. And I'm like, I don't really know how you're supposed to position your Pokemon. I'm very still lost on that. I'm like, it just seems like they do whatever they want to do. You tell them to do a move, they do that move. It takes and then one time, like, I'll back up to get out of the way, and I'm like, okay, use Fire Blast. Charizard will go all the way over there and then do like, what are you doing? And so, I'm still not fully understanding that. But then again, during the Titan battles, there's more AOE stuff, and more so even in like the wild encounters. Because once you have your Pokemon out, you're pretty much safe in the wild zone. But in the Mega Evolution, like, they're actively fighting you as a trainer. So it's very interesting and very difficult to sort of figure out where the positioning and stuff is, and that's why I'm like a little scared, because the Greninja event only goes into November 5th, I believe, and you have to play online. And the way that works is almost like a ZA Royale battle royale, whereas in the ZA Royale, you fight trainers individually and you can sneak up on them and do all that stuff. No, the battle is always active pretty much, and all the trainers just come find you and attack you, and just all at the same time. And so I'm worried, like, okay, do I need to like master like positioning even just to do the online battles? And I'm just like, this is just not my cup of tea.
Sure. I mean, that's a good thing with the Legends games. It does feel like this is their experimentation, like, kind of franchise, and I have a feeling that whatever next one we get will probably have a totally different battle system. Will it be better? Will it be worse? Time will tell, but I guess it kind of just depends on what kind of player you are. And I mean, you've been so used to more traditional Pokemon battling, but this is a big change.
Yeah. Again, I am glad that it's not turn-based anymore, because it's a lot faster, a lot snappier. But
yeah,
I will say that they need to. I feel like they need to learn their lessons quicker, because, and I don't know if that's just because games come out so quick or what, but like Legends Arceus came out, or no, sorry, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out, and when people enjoyed like the overworld encounters, they instantly changed Sword and Shield at the last minute to include overworld encounters, because that wasn't originally in the books, as far as I understood it. They just added it last minute, on the traditional routes, obviously, not the like wild zone, the wild area.
Yeah.
God damn, wow, wild zone, wild area. But I feel like a lot of like quality of life stuff that they've added to this game, like bulk selling. You can actually select multiple items now and sell them all in one go, which is absolutely amazing quality of life change. Being able to choose when your Pokemon evolve to, I think that was coming from Arceus. Having unlimited access to all of your previous moves, things like that need to be transferred over to the base game, or to the mainline series, and just little things like that are just mostly quality of life that they need to bring over, or God, heaven forbid they give us a shiny sound in the mainline games. You know what I mean? Because that was in Arceus
right.
as well, I think. So just stuff like that, because again, now the mainline games are going open world as well, so they just need those little things here and there to learn from the Legends games.
I'm sure it's really difficult for them to make these like on-the-fly adjustments when they've got 3 or 4 different projects going all at the same time. Because it's like, where do you find the proper balance? Which one needs to go where? What do we incorporate into the main series? What will fans not like in the main series? I'm sure they're scared of just messing it, like overstepping, like making a game that just the core fans don't care for, and then it only sells 20 million instead of 25. Oh no.
But yeah, I think I've pretty much talked about it. Don't know why people are complaining about the graphics. Music is amazing. Battle systems, at least a step forward.
The truth is, like, it's not just how it is with any big IP that does come out pretty annually. I know we've had a little bit of a break from Pokemon the last couple years, but I mean, if it's a big thing in media, there's going to be people that don't even like playing Pokemon or haven't played Pokemon in years. They're going to hop on the bandwagon, and then when it's not exactly what like their nostalgia or what they expect from older Pokemon games, they're going to bash it. And it's like, graphics is such low-hanging fruit that people just like to grab it and run with it. It's clout.
I just like,
that's all it is.
When you look at Scarlet and Violet and then look at Odyssey, which came out a few years earlier, same platform, and just be like, yep, we finished. We're good. We're done.
Yeah, no. And the funny thing is, like, there is always a subset of people to be like, well, see, the Switch is so underpowered, it can't handle a strong Pokemon game. I'm like,
I played Scarlet and Violet on Switch too. It still looks terrible.
Have you seen any of the Xenoblade games? Have you seen Zelda? Have you seen Mario Odyssey? Like, no, it's art direction, not...
Xenoblade looks really good, but runs like shit most of the time.
Yeah.
And Legends Arceus has a really strong art direction and art style, the watercolor, whatever the fuck they were going for,
Right.
and still looks like garbage. So it runs okay, but
Yeah, no, it's just Pokemon needs to kind of get their act together and really put some money into R&D, make it like up to what people would expect from a series that makes as much money yearly as it does, and just get their head out of their asses. I know they
I
can, they just need to do it.
I can't wait for the whatever project they're working on with Xbox to come out and look really, really, really good and like play really well. And then I'll look at everyone in the comments saying Game Freak can't develop games. I'm like, they can't? Are you sure?
But see, then the discussion's literally gonna just switch to, well, see, Nintendo's holding them back. They can't make a good game on the Switch. I'm like,
No,
they
it's
can,
the
they're just
budget.
not
They need
being...
more money and
Mhm.
time. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. And I don't know why they're not getting either. They
'Cause
are
they
getting
have
a little
both of
bit
them.
more time. I do hope this extra year per generation does, in the long run, make a good difference. I'm very excited to see how that like impacts the actual package we get next year. The thing is with like any Pokemon game is like whenever it gets announced at Pokemon Day, it is so hard to gauge like how it's gonna go, because it always feels like people are so excited that first reveal, and then when we get like more close to June, July, and we actually get like a proper look at it, that's when usually crap hits the fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird because like when they showed off Scarlet Sword and Shield, like it looked way worse than what we actually got. And that's saying something because it still looked bad. But like it was bad then. It got better, but like just marginally.
The second we saw that tree and then we got the National Dex debacle, was really the legacy that Sword and Shield got to leave even before it came out.
That's crazy. Because the DLC is actually good.
And I've heard like the Scarlet and Violet DLC is pretty good too.
Oh my god, again, they're able to make good games. They just need more time in the oven. Like, again, story-wise, music-wise, gameplay-wise, they've got us all covered.
I mean, look what they can turn out like in a year with just have to do with just post-launch content. It's always good. But like only having the 3 years to make a full game from start to finish, no way, it's not fully done.
Yeah. I will say,
Yeah.
I had a little bit of Pokemon fatigue when Scarlet and Violet came out. Then I played it, about a year later when the DLC was coming out. And then I have just been anxiously waiting to play a Pokemon game again, which is weird because, when Mario Kart was coming out, I was like so tired of playing Mario Kart, and then Mario Kart World came out, I'm like, this didn't do it. Like, it didn't revitalize me. Now this revitalized me, but this is not the itch I was looking for, so I guess I can play other Pokemon games.
See, I'm in a race against the clock right now, so I want to play as much of this as I can, but I know the second Warriors comes out in a couple weeks, I'm gone. I apparently have to do another Pikmin 4 run in November because of the new content.
You don't have to play the whole game again.
Oh yes, I do. I haven't played it once since the game first came out. I'm due for a replay.
I only play games once.
I have my guilty pleasure games. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna ask. Oh, you kind of got.
Well, at that point, Metroid Prime 4 comes out, and then that's my priority for the holidays.
Yeah, I'm still debating on. I mean, obviously, I will get Hyrule Warriors, but I haven't played any of them yet. So.
I just did a whole.
Are
like,
we getting a performance enhancement for the other games? Like, do they run better? Like frame rate?
Definitive runs at a smooth 60 on Switch 2. Like it's basically flawless at this point. Age of Calamity basically runs at a rock solid 30, which it was very shaky on Switch 1. I don't think we're getting a performance patch at this point. I think it would have happened already, but it runs fine. I just did a replay.
Finally, we'll get a Zelda anniversary that people will talk about, and we're getting a Switch 2 edition of Age of Calamity and a remake of something. I don't know, Twilight Princess.
See, that's my thing. It's like I don't know what they're gonna. Not to go off the rails again. I don't know what they're doing for Zelda's anniversary next year because I mean,
nothing.
Obviously too early for the next Zelda game. I don't think they're gonna do an Ocarina remake until it's closer to the 30th anniversary in 28. Um,
The
so
same year as Pokemon,
maybe
right?
we,
So
maybe we do get that $80 Wind Waker HD Twilight Princess HD bundle, like they did with Galaxy. I don't know.
Oh God.
You know it'd be 80. You know it'd be
Yeah.
80. You know they're charging, especially since at that point it's possible both are on GameCube MSO. They're charging $40 a pop for those. You know that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that pretty much exhausts everything that I had to say about Legends. Anything else you
Same.
got to say? I will be releasing a
It looks
full
it's
review
good.
once I finish the game, so be looking on for that. But I'm also working on a lot of other projects right now, and I literally had to get sent home from work today because my brain almost exploded at work. So that's funny. Like I literally, I have 2 jobs now, and like I'm working on video projects for them, and working on video projects for me, and I'm overworking myself for no pay either.
Sounds like it. Love that for you.
So I mean, no pay, not exactly, but
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy your time with the game, because I know you don't like Pokemon. So we'll be back. I don't think I'm getting Air Riders, so we'll probably have a video up on that. I think Blake might be getting one, it. But Metroid Prime 4 and Hyrule Warriors will definitely be back for. And otherwise, just keep enjoying the Mario content, because it's not gonna stop until September. So have fun.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. See you guys later.